Welcome everybody, welcome to another stream as we have game 2 of this 3-game series. Owansuk on the mound for SSG. He has struggled against Hanwha. He has only pitched 8 innings in his 2 starts, going 4 innings in both of them. On the mound for Hanwha, obviously Ryuhyun Jin. So we will get this game underway. Kim Tae-yeon will lead things off for Hanwha once again, solidifying himself in that leadoff role. And let's see, here comes the first pitch. And first pitch swinging, lifted up, second baseman over under it, and floating back, but one away. 안녕하세요. Alright, Peraza playing left field again today as he came off the bench yesterday, got the single as he pinch hit for Moon and Bin, and then out in left field today. Was wearing a sliding glove on his right hand yesterday. I wonder how much better that hand is as he looks at strike one. And swinging through that, strike 2. Batting from the right side, obviously, today, as he is facing the left-hander, and that is a very important thing. How is Hanwha going to do against a left-handed pitcher? They continue to struggle against him, especially one like Owansuk, who I talked about it in the preview show, that throws a lot of fastballs, 60% fastball, 142, and then second is a slider. Will he move to more of a slider, higher percentage slider? Because Hanwha doesn't hit sliders well from their left-handed hitters, so we'll see. And check swing, did he go? Did not go. And 2-2. Easily held up as the Venezuelan players seem to embrace the bright yellow or bright neon green, as that just misses outside, and that's going to be a full count. The bright neon green tape on their bats is Ronald Acuna Jr. Has that also. Maybe it's who knows. And swings through that one down on the strikes at a high fastball. So Noshiwan batting third, staying in the third spots, batting third, playing third. Both of the power hitters for Hanwha and for SSG, the third baseman and the third batter in the lineup. Noshiwan with a home run yesterday. Solo shot, ended up, even though he didn't get the game-winning hits, or he did get, it was the actual one that mattered in the end, as looks at ball 2 at the top of the zone there. Noshiwan yesterday, 1 for 5 with that home run. Interesting thing as I was looking through some of the statistics and stuff, is that one curveball in there for a strike. Curveball or slider. Curveball maybe. Does throw curveball about 10% of the time. So, and Noshiwan has 10 home runs on the season. 5 of them have come against SSG. So obviously he likes playing against SSG, hitting, but his average only 222 on the season. But back on the 28th, he also hit a home run against Owansuk whenever they were there in Incheon. So obviously he likes playing against SSG in terms of the home runs, but the average says otherwise at 222 against SSG on the season. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Maybe. And the pause, here it comes, and that's fouled straight back as the fans behind home plates duck out of the way just in case that's I guess just in case the netting doesn't hold. I don't know. Wasn't fooled by much, but he will reset for another 2-2 counts. And that one is lifted, but Heredia and left barely even moves, and that is 3 away. 3 up, 3 down for Hanwha as they go down in order. And not much going for Hanwha in the first inning. They have been a team, obviously, that gets hits early. Hopefully they can continue that because they need as much as possible. SSG moved around the lineup a little bit. Pak Sung-han stays in the #1 spot, but Choi Ji-hoon goes down to the 9 spot. He was in the 2 hole yesterday. Goes down to the 9 spots, but everybody else just kind of moves up. And again, that second base situation for SSG. Jung Joon Jae. We'll see how much he plays today, as yesterday, basically, it was lots of substitutions on that #9 hole for the second baseman, as they're still trying to figure out or get something, as that's a huge issue. Yoo Hyun-jin on the mound for Hanwha, 10 games, 3-4, looking to get to 500, hitting 4.83 ERA on the season. Opponents are hitting 278 against him. He has pitched in 1 game against SSG earlier. 1 game, he went 6 innings, only allowed 2 runs, but only 1 strikeout and 2 walks. They did hit him pretty well, as they hit 304 against him in that 1 game. So, are they going to be able to score? Yesterday, they left 10 runners on base, and then Yoo Hyun-jin also has struggled on the road. So, signs say everything, basically, is that first pitch is in there for a strike. And so the other thing is he hasn't pitched 2 good games in a row. He has pitched 2 good games in a row, but he has not gotten 2 wins in a row yet this season. So trying to get the first 2 straight wins, as the diving stop by No. Shi-won picks up, throws high, but the tag at first by An Ji-hong, and that is going to be a beautiful 5-3 diving, throwing, jumping, tagging play. Had everything but went away. A very eventful play for the first outs on defense for Hanwha. And that's going to bring up Heredia. Heredia was in the cleanup spot yesterday, moved up to the big spot. The bunt gets it down, and there's going to be a throwing error on the pitcher, Yoo Hyun-jin, as Heredia makes his way into second base. And that's going to be, I'm going to guess, a bunt single, and a throwing error for a base. Yeah. Bunt kind of in front of the pitcher, hits Heredia. It looks like it hits Heredia. Rolls over. Kim Tae-yeon picks it up, but not in time, and they've got a runner on second. Are they going to look at the was he running in the line? As the Hanwha are they calling him outs on the run down the line? Yes, they will review that. So, guess they called him out. Yep, and he was on the did hit him. It did look like he was running on the fair side of the line, so that might be a that is probably going to be an out. Yeah. So nope, maybe. It's still going here. All right. Well, I'm still waiting. So they called him out even originally. I mean, his foot touched out. His foot touched in the foul territory. So Ryunjin is not had the best defense behind him. He's given up 6 unearned runs so far on the season. 3 of those unearned runs were on the only Saturday he's pitched, which was opening day. So they do have to make the decision within 3 minutes. There's a minute and 20 seconds left on this decision. So it did look like he was running in the fair territory, but his foot does touch in the foul territory. So as he's running, his foot does touch in the right in the foul territory, but then he has to go kind of back into fair, obviously, to touch the bag. So we will see. We will wait and wait and wait. Safe. Yeah, that was tough. His foot did touch in the foul territory, so I see how they could reverse that. As so again, that should go as a bunt single and an error on the pitcher if they ever update the call. So yes, exactly. I mean, as that one misses up, Jung has not played extremely well against Hanwha, hitting 208 on the season against Hanwha. Does have 1 home run out of his 13. Yeah, as a Hanwha fan, that's an awful call. As a baseball fan, I think it's the right call. As that one's in there for a strike, 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch, Ryunjin now has a runner on the second to deal with, and outside ball 2. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the rules, there's a 3-foot line, is what they call it. Basically halfway down. If the ball is in, like if it's a bunt or something in the front or in fair territory, you have to run in the foul territory. If it is a play that is like a pass ball or something, you have to run in and that's going to be a single. Peraza scoops it up, and Heredia is in. And Hanwha quickly down 1-0. So there's the 3-foot line. If it's something like a drop third strike or something like that, then you have to run on the infield side. And if you run on the other sides, then you're out. Doesn't matter if it hits you or not. You still have to run in that area, basically to keep people from on bunts running down the infield side and blocking the possible throw as that pitch is in there for a strike. So Hanwha hitting 233 on the season, but against Hanwha he's hitting 38. 38. No. So this is definitely my favorite hat. And that's going to be a shot. Moon Hyun-bin can't grab it, and that's going to be Chae-jung going from first to third on another play that should have been made by the defense. They're probably going to give him a single, but that was a shot. Oh, now he's going to have to get a... this is actually the spring training hat from a couple years ago, the New Era hat. Definitely the best hat. They do have one that looks the same, but it is the spider version, which I'm not a fan of. And I believe it's also Velcro, which I can't wear. 네, 맞아요. Moon Hyun-bin. That was a difficult play, though. 그 수비 정말 힘들었어요. 어려웠어요. 그래서 이해했어요. All right, Lee Ji-young, and he gets the bunt down. Ryu Hyun-jin goes home and out at home. What a play by the pitcher. Failed squeeze bunt. Thank you. Wow. Wow. Did he tag him? Wow. No run on that. Huge play by the pitcher. All right, Go Myung-jun. He's hitting 258 on the season, 269 here in the early season against Hanwha. Yesterday, he 1 for 4 with a 2 RBI double, a strikeout, and 2 flyouts to center field. And that's lifted into foul territory, 1-1. So Hanwha, an error, kind of an error, but not an error. And then luckily a awful decision to bunt, and that's going to be a chopper to An Cheong, picks it up and tags first. And Hanwha gets out of that disgustingness and is able to get out of the inning with only giving up 1 run on the 3 hits. Oh, too many hits. They don't have 4 hits yet. So a rough first inning there for Ryu Hyun-jin, but he does get out of it without too much damage, and only 14 pitches versus the 13 that Oh Won-suk ended up throwing. The the Hanbat the Hanbat Cemetery in Yusong. June 8th. Yeah, because June 6th is Memorial Day. You gonna be here all evening, Kenny? Or are you going to come and go back home that evening? No, An Cheong should be leading things off for Hanwha. Yesterday, An Cheong, what did he hit? One for three with a single, a walk, and then strikeout and a ground out stuff. Oh, I think I got everything all fixed and situated now with my broadcast stuff. Maybe. All right. An Cheong leading things off, like I said, 255 on the season. All right. And there's a chopper to shorts, throw, and in time. One away. Hanwha's got to start seeing some pitches here. Is 15 pitches through with 4 outs is a little fast for a guy that struggles with control later. So Chan Sung averaged up to 214 on the season. Yesterday, 3 for 4 with 2 singles and his first home run in 28 days. Looks at strike one on the outside. Come on, man, you need to dance. And that misses outside. Kiwi, you watching on NBC Sports or are you watching on SPO TV? Isangbok. NBC na NBC na SPO TV에서 보고 있어요. I wonder if the broadcast is any different, Nick, because I'm watching on NBC Sports, and that's lifted into foul territory, makes it 2-2. Oh, yeah. 188 in April and 103 until he was sent down. I'm not sure why it took so long to send him down, but as he fouls that one, backing out of play. The curse of the captain is strong once again. And the 2-2 pitch misses upstairs. 3-2. Full count. And chopped foul once again. Yeah, it's on NBC Plus, and then it's also on SPO TV because they had the other 2 games at 2 o'clock, and that's going to be ball 4. Take your base, sir. All right, Ido Yoon stepping in, has been playing fantastic, hitting 302 on the season and 368 on base percentage. But even better is the average he has against SSG. He is hitting 462 against SSG on the season. And he squares around to bunts because that's what you should do with a slow runner on first and 1 out. But it's a ball, so he gets to rethink things. The 1-0 pitch, and he does decide that he's not going to bunt anymore, and that's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. This is the audio, and this is the game audio. The audio over here is the audio you guys hear, but it's off. That's an ugly looking swing way outside. Once again, the slider away to the left-handers for Hanwha makes them swing and look like they've never touched a bat before. But it was seriously like perfect reverb, as they were just like a fraction of a second off. But the 1-2 pitch coming up, this is where things are going to get tricky for Hanwha, as he fouls that one off. So you have Kim Tae-yeon, who's a right-handed hitter, Peraza, who's a switch hitter, so whatever side. No Shiwan, An Cheong, and Chan Sung are all right-handed hitters facing this lefty. And then Choi Jae-hoon at the end, batting 9th, basically trying to be like a second leadoff hitter at the 9 spot. But Lee Do-yoon, Moon Hyun-bin, and Jang Jin-hyuk are all left-handed hitters. And I don't think they can expect a lot from them in today's game. I would love for them to be able to, but it really seemed, realistically speaking, things are going to be tricky out of that 7, 6, 7, 9, 6, 7, 8 hitters. As he's hitting somehow 370 against left-handers, as that's fouled away. Actually doesn't hit as well against righties. But very, very small sample size. And I'm talking about lefties that throw that fastball slider combination that is very difficult for Hanwha. All right, the 1-2 pitch once again. And that's bounced in the dirt, and they throw back, not in time, as Chan Sung slides back after his little double lead there on the ball in the dirt. As the Hanwha fan in the little exciting zone area jumps up and grabs her head, trying to figure out why is that close. All right, the 2-2 pitch. And he throws the bat. That's a bloop to the second baseman. And 2 away. Good at bat there. As he's now 31 pitches on the day, which means he's thrown 18 pitches so far, as he's going to run into Moon Hyun-bin. First pitch swinging. Moon Hyun-bin playing second again, hitting .239 on this season. Yesterday he was 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Was replaced a little bit later by Wang Young-mook, who had 1 at bat. He has not hit well lately. 0 for 4 in the LG game, 0 for 2 in the third LG game, and then 0 for 2 yesterday's game. It just really hasn't hit well lately, as he lifts that one out of play. He had the one one hit in the LG game. After the Samsung series, he's really seemed to struggle. Oh, on the season, 34 strikeouts and only 33 hits now. As he is able to lay off that. In his last 5 games, 3 hits, hitting 176. So that, again, that 2 of those hits were in the Samsung game where he had the solo home run, his 4th of the season. Mrs. Cheon-sung stealing for some reason. Nobody knows why. Like, do you guys just not want base runners? Like, what was that? I have no idea what that was. Like, really? Wow. I just can't believe he actually they just sense Cheon-sung trying to steal. Like what? Why? Oh my. Okay, it's all right. It's okay. Hanwha's only down 1. Perfectly fine, right? Only down 1. No big deal. No big deal at all. First pitch, getting there for a strike at the top of the zone. 314 pitches in that first inning, gave up 3 singles, an error on himself. He should have been fielded by the second baseman. And that misses upstairs, 1-1. Ha Jae-hoon yesterday, 2 for 3 with an RBI, and then in the season, he's hitting 273 against everybody, but a 353 batting average against Hanwha in the 6 games. So loves to see some Hanwha pitching. Oh, there's the counter. Let's go 1. And misses low, 2-2. And down on strikes. The first K of the day for Mr. Monster. All right, 1 away, and that's going to bring up Jung-Joon Jae, who is hitting 91 on the season. This should be a strikeout. He is 1 for 11 with 6 strikeouts. and squares around a bunt, but forgets to hit the ball while he's bunting, and that's strike 2. Oh, apparently he is fast, but he forgets that the same thing that's Billy Hamilton always forgot, and that is that you have to get on to be able to steal bases. And the 0-2, that's a broken bats, and he's safe, as Ryuhyun Jin wasn't able to field the ball because the broken bat was blocking him from being able to run. That was very, very unfortunate, as that's not a strikeout. Instead, that is an infield single. So yeah, Moon Hyun Bin tried his best to get over there. He recognized the problem, Moon Hyun Bin, but by that time it's too late. He's just way too fast. Yeah, you could definitely try. And that catches the outside corner as J.G. Hoon steps in. 279 on the season. Yesterday, he hit well yesterday. 2 for 4 with an RBI, 2 singles, a strikeout, and a ground out to short. So, you know, he had also had a stolen base in there. Sorry, that was not him. Yeah, so he was 2 for 5 with 2 stolen bases, a strikeout, fly out to ground out, a stolen base. So filled the stat sheets. His last 5 games, he's hitting 261 and looks at strike 2 at the top of the zone, and that's 0-2. Both of these gentlemen, the runner on first and the runner that has the bats, are very difficult to double up because they both run extremely well. Will have to be a very hard hit ball to turn 2 against these gentlemen. Or he could just pop it up, and that's too far out of play. And still strike 2. Yeah, it's basic. Like, that's exactly what I thought. The military uniforms for Hanwha this year look almost exactly like. They're the same uniforms they won. I want to say they had 4 or 5 years ago. The Black Eagles uniform, which I love. I love the Black Eagles uniforms. But I just can't do. I cannot do a military uniform. I can't do it. And a defensive swing on a pitch outside the zone, but fouls it away, and that's. Da, da, da. All right. Once again, the 0-2 pitch number 13 of the inning here. And that misses outside. He checks. See, everybody loves that winged uniform from last year. And I don't know why. Like, I like the Black Eagles one, the black one, and then I also like the gray military uniform. I don't like the navy blue. I just don't understand the navy blue thing. Everybody loves the winged Air Force uniform for some reason. Yeah, I couldn't ever wear it. Oh, and the pick 'em off and throw out. Apparently, they want to be. Hanwha and SSG are just trying to be each other. So Hanwha gets picked. Hanwha gets thrown out at seconds. So they SSG's like, well, okay, we'll get thrown out in a second. SSG has black uniforms, so Hanwha's like, okay, we'll have some black uniforms too. All right, well, the 0-2 fouled away, or sorry, the 1-2 fouled away, and 2 outs now. Will the no. SK or SSG's former team used to have Kim Sung-gun as the head coach. Hanwha hired him. Didn't know. Hanwha's cheer master used to be a cheer master in Incheon at SSG. So they're basically just trading ideas and trading people. And the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. That's strikeout number 2. And gets out of the inning, a single, but picked off as he's trying the squeeze. And Hanwha gets out of the inning without giving up a run. We will go to the top of the third. Sorry, top of the third, not the middle of the third. Okay. So 17 pitches there for Yu Han Jin. Brings his count to 31 on the day. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, ma'am, I'm not sure what you are, but why? Yeah, there we go. All right. Do you ride a Harley and blaze your guns as you're going through the countryside? All right, so we are back. Hanwha up. They will face Moon Hyun-bin, still in as Moon Hyun-bin was the batter when for some reason Chae Hyun-sung decided to steal. Well, not decided to steal, he was probably told to steal. So Moon Hyun-bin resets and still hitting 239 on the season as he swings at a pitch above the zone. 0-1. And fouls that one away. 0-2, starting the same as the last one. So 0-1 Zuck usually throws around 80 pitches or so. 5 innings, 6 innings, something like that. 80 to 90 pitches. Way up high. And that's a jump by E.G. Young to snag that. And yeah. And lifted up in foul territory under it. And 1 away. Well, hopefully you can understand what I say. Welcome, David. All right, Jun Jin-hyuk stepping in. Yesterday, a 1 for 5 day, but unfortunately, the 4 times he didn't get a hit were strikeouts, as he might have been seen wearing the golden sombrero somewhere yesterday and fouls the first pitch out of play. 0-1. Fouls the second pitch out of play. 0-2. Jun Jin-hyuk hitting 357 on the last 5 games, 5 hits since being inserted basically into the center field spots. Very interesting decision to go with the left-hander against the left-hander, as that one misses up high. 1-2. I thought that might possibly be Kim Kong-min in center field against the lefty, but what do I know? I just watch the games. And the 1-2 pitch, sticks his bat out, bloops it in front of Heredia, so he walks up, grabs it, throws it back to the infield, and 2 away. SSG and Lotte. Well, David, did you watch my Hanwha preview before you made that bet, sir? Che Jae-hoon stepping in. And 1-1 on the pitch on the outside corner. And swings at a pitch down the middle, fouls it away, and that's going to be 1-2. Che Jae-hoon yesterday, 2 for 4 with an RBI, a strikeout looking, which is a very, very rare occurrence, and then a ground out to the shortstop. Hitting 308 in his last 5 games, including 4 hits and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a single in between the second base or short and third. And Hanwha has their first hit of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Their first hit of the day in the top of the third with 2 outs. And that is why you have him batting in the 9 spots as almost like a second leadoff hitter. You don't want him as a leadoff hitter clogging up the bases because he's not exactly fast, but having him down there at the bottom in case some of those 6, 7, 8 hitters get on is always a good thing. Kim Tae-yeon now stepping in. Kim Tae-yeon popped up to second base in his first at-bats. And ball 1. Does Kim Tae-yeon like to drive? I don't get the walk-up song, and that's for Che Jae-hoon and Kim Tae-yeon. Yeah, Kim Tae-yeon actually had a really, really solid season. I want to say 3 years ago. After he came back for military duty. 2021, he hit 301. And outside, ball 3. You got to go out to the rock pile, David. That's where the fun is at the Rockies game. All right, the 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike. 3-1. I remember I went to when did I go? I went to a Rockies Braves game in down in Denver. Yeah. MLB games they're difficult to go for me after being in Korea for so long. And the 3-1 in the dirt. That's gonna be ball 4. Take your base, sir. And that's going to bring up the ever-dangerous Perez. I moved here. I wanted to travel and teach for a few years. I only wanted to come here for 3, but that was 11 years ago. And the dangerous 320 hitting Peraza is in the batter's box. And that's way up high, ball 1. As he's going to take a mound visit. a little chats with the guy. Yeah. So Peraza with runners on first and second is hitting the second best of all situations. Unfortunately, not the best, but he is hitting 538 with runners on first and second. 7 for 13, 3 doubles, 1 homer, 10 RBIs, 5 walks. The 5 walks is a lot of it to do with the fact that they don't want to face him. There you go, Nick. All right, so let's get some Peraza, some more music here. Noshiwan on deck, wanting a chance here. All right, Peraza, the 1-0 pitch, that's in the dirt. So that's going to be 2-0, and that is I gotta change my buttons around. I need a quicker button so I don't have to move around through stuff to get to the manager's walk-up song. All right, the 2-0 pitch coming up. And that's in the dirt too. 3-0. Peraza shaking his head saying, come on, man, don't pitch around me. And I love the mustard yellow. One of my favorite uniforms, the No Brand Burgers uniform. All right, here comes the 3-0 pitch. And in there for strike. I love that slogan. Good enough. You know, I love that they're with it though. How are the Giants beating the Lions? Well, they've scored more runs. Welcome Canada's finest, Canadia's finest. And that's going to be a foul straight back. And that's going to make the count full as Peraza with his second full count of the day. The Giants have been playing very well lately. They don't want to be in the basement anymore, and Samsung, I think, way overachieved in the first part of the season. All right, the 3-2 pitch and fouled down to the dugouts, and we will reset. I think I might have had No Brand Burgers one time, maybe one time. Canada's finest. If you are watching on a phone, fantastic. But if you are not watching on a phone or would like a more lively chat than the one you are in, there's also a horizontal stream with some little bit more activity for you if you want to chat with other KBO fans. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch once again as he looks in at the sign. Peraza, a big deep breath, blows it out and sets up. And here it comes. That's not good for the average when you don't hit the ball. And that's his second strikeout of the day. And they get out of it and keep the lead 1-0. But Hanwha got a hit, ladies and gentlemen. They now have as many hits as they have errors. So that's always a bonus. That's always a good thing. Big opportunity wasted there. They needed Anshi Hong up there. The man, the myth and the legend of 2-out hits between Che Jae-hoon and Anshi Hong. Those two are ridiculous with 2 outs. Ooh. Ooh. I need a broadcast from a massage chair. That's what I need. That's what I need. Just sit here. Maybe one of those like wraparound gaming chairs. Think I should get one of those, Nick? Like just lay back and broadcast. Fall asleep halfway through some of these games. And let's go with this one. All right, first pitch outside, ball 1. Eh. Please don't be anything bad. All right, and that's chopped foul, 1-1. Hyunjin, 31 pitches through his first 2 innings. Struggled in that first inning after the air. Thank you for sharing that, David. And that is ripped into the outfield. Kim Tae-yeon over, grabs it, throws in, and keeps him at first. But the leadoff batter is on base, and the leadoff hitter is on base for SSG. I don't think I'd want a massaging bed, though. I've actually gone here in Korea. They have massage cafes. So basically, you pay $10 and you sit in or $10, something like that, $7. You sit in a massage chair in this just pitch black, cool room with music going. They have different levels of massage, and then you finish that, and they give you like a snack and a drink or something like that. So I've been to a few of them. Not a big fan of them, just because they're not meant for someone my size. And able to hold up on that. 2-0. All right, here is the 2-0 pitch. Park Sung-han over on first, and that misses inside. Ball 3. And that's down Broadway, 3-1. I wonder if Heredia and Ryunjin face each other in the MLB. I assume that they had to, as he played for the Phillies, I believe. Ryunjin and tries to blow it past him, but not fast enough. 144 fouled away, and we've got a full count. So Heredia hitting .418 against right-handers and .340 against left-handers on the season. Straps in his stuff. Wonder what his elbow guard says. There was some cursive writing on there, but wasn't able to read it. Black with neon green. And gets that pitch as Park Sung-han was on the move and resets for another 3-2 count. da 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 da. Already hitting 382 coming in with the infield single. 385 is his batting average through 49 games already. And that's ball 4. And the steal doesn't count. Yeah, I was not a fan of him because I'm a Cardinals fan. So I don't I never saw him pitch in the MLB because I only went to a handful of MLB games because I was so far away. All right, Chejong hitting 265 on the season, a single and an RBI in his first at bat, and he bunts. Ooh. They say, you gonna play way back there on third base? I will bunt, but bunts it foul. They are basically pulling out all the stops as they're trying to end their losing streak, as they've lost 5 straight games. Yeah, he hasn't pitched extremely well. And that's a shot straight back into the catcher's mask. Oh. Luckily, that got off the side a little bit. Yeah, off the side a little bit of the mask, so not still terrible, but all right, here comes the 0-2 pitch, way up high, 1-2. Yeah, I'm sure you got the career hit by pitch leader in the batter's box, and you have the most recent hit by pitch. So it's been since 2011, June 28th of 2011, since Chejong hits a home run against Ryuhyun Jin. That is the dumbest mascot in the league right there. Landy the dog. All right, the 1-2 pitch, outside, ball 2. Like, the whole SSG rollout was just so butchered. You gotta, they want to be the Landers. They got a UFO in their logo. They want to do Landers from MacArthur's Landing and Incheon. And then their mascot is not an alien, but a dog. And 1 away on the infield fly. They could have gone with a bright colored alien, or they probably don't want to go with an alien as a mascot. They got to go with a friendly alien, like a Lilo and Stitch style. But horrible rollouts. And then their cap insignia is just a big giant L. As that's strike 1 on Hanwha Sum. Singled in his 1 at bat on the day. Again, hitting below 50. And misses upstairs, 1-1. I do love his song though. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And check swing fouls that one away. 1-2. Yunjin, 19 pitches already in this inning, 14 pitches in the first inning, 17 pitches in the last inning, and then already getting ready for pitch number 20 unless he picks off both runners. And the 1-2 pitch. Gotta swing the bat, sir. And that is strikeouts number 3 on the day. This one looking as Hanwha gets his 57th strikeout on the season. He's got to be up there in the leaderboard, and that's a leaderboard you don't want to be on. All right, E.G. Young batting now. A very ill-advised squeeze bunt as Yu Yunjin spins around to make sure that Pak Sung-han doesn't try to steal third here. Oh, E.G. Young on the season, coming into today's game, hitting 295 down to 293 now with that ground out in the first inning. Looks at ball one, up and in, 1-0. All right, the 1-0. And fouled out of play in front of the cheer section into the what we would call that as the exciting zone, and it is 1-1. Yeah, they left 10 people on base yesterday. So they've had first and second, nobody out, and have yet to hit a ball out of the infield. And that's way outside, but he swings 1-2. All right. Here comes the 1-2. Sets up on the inside, way inside. 2-2. ¿Qué son eso? 와면 eso. And that's going to be ball 3. Brings the counts full. 3-2 is second full count of the inning here. And reaches out, fouls that one away, and remains 3-2. 네, 근데 핫스윙 하면 근데 스트라이크 보면 반대로 해요. And fouled out to play again. 미국 style. Little workout in there for the rainbow uniforms of SSG. And here comes the 3-2 pitch again, and another foul out of play down the right sideline. I gotta fix that. I gotta get quicker with my buttons. I need a floor button that I can just hit each time. All right, now here comes the 3-2 pitch again for another time because we love full counts. Pitch number 9. And that one is also fouled, but it's fouled down the third base side this time. And we will reset for the 10th pitch of the at-bat. This inning, this at-bat, as he's getting ready for pitch number 29. The pitch count on the up on the top, and walked him. 감사합니다. 너무 감사합니다. What's up, Alan? All right, we've got ourselves a bases loaded on that 10th pitch there from Yu Hyun-jin. He's 61 pitches. He's thrown 30 pitches here in the third inning itself, as struggling as the leadoff single and then a walk moved the runners to first and second, got an infield fly, then struck out Han-Yu-som. Looking now, Go Myung-jun, who grounded out to first in his first at bat to in the first inning, and the threat. 5 hours, and then the Bears game, and now you got the Hanwha game, Alan, and fouls that one away, 1-1. So Yu Hyun-jin is going from the windup because you don't have to worry about any steals really. And misses there. A stat that nobody wants to hear. Yu Hyun-jin, again, this season when the bases are loaded, opponents are hitting 1,000. And lifts that one. Kim Tae-yeon giving chase in foul territory, reaches back and grabs it and is able to get the out and drops that batting average against down to 667. Gets out of the inning. Big, huge step up from him as he leaves the bases loaded. And 2 walks, a single, and they really are following Hanwha, and first and second, nobody out, and they cannot get anybody in. That is pure Hanwha-ness right there. But we will go to the top of the 4th. Hanwha doing their best to stay in the game, as 1-0, as their 1 hit is not done enough. So SSG yesterday again stranded 10 people on the bases yesterday, and so far today 5 hits, 2 walks, and they only have 1 run. So another basic repeat from yesterday. SSG is a team that if they're not hitting home runs, they do struggle to score a bit, despite having a couple guys hitting 280, 290, 300. You know, you got Heredia who's hitting 385. But we will go to the top of the 4th now. Hanwha will have Noshiwan leading things off. Now, in previous games, Owansuk, this is the inning that was his last inning. So let's see how Hanwha does this time. See if they can end his day with 4 innings. He's got 60 pitches coming into this, and the first pitch is a strike to Noshiwan. And fouled. What's up? What's up? What's up? Come on, guys. You got to get this better. I talked about this an hour ago. I basically think that neither pitcher is going to factor in the decision, and that I think SSG is going to be able to pull away at the end because Hanwha used 3 of their 4 bullpen arms a lot yesterday and should not be available today, as that's going to be lifted into the outfield up against the wall, and he's going to be standing on second base to lead off the 4th. What's up, Alex? Second hit of the day for Hanwha, and like I said, this is the inning that has been Owansuk's crutch, as he has pitched in 2 games against Hanwha and only been able to go 4 innings, both games. So An Chi-hong stepping in, ground out to short in his first at-bats. And that misses way outside. Basically, Owansuk cannot pitch past 4 innings against Hanwha. So his last 5 games, 5 innings, 6 innings, 5 innings, 4 innings, 5.1 innings. Can you tell me which game he pitched against Hanwha? All right, the 1-0 pitch. There you go, man. And that's going to be outside at 2-0. We hire. All right. Pitch number 67 coming up. And in there for a strike, because 67 is the best pitch you're going to throw all day. His injury was ability. He was awful. He hit 180 in April and hit 103 up until he was sent down to the 2nd league. So, yeah. Yeah, it was kind of, as he fouls that one away, it's 2-2. Yeah, it's kind of like he needs to go down because, yeah, he did get injured earlier in the season. He took a ground ball to the chest or to maybe like the collarbone area and missed a few games, came back and still wasn't able to do much. I believe that was the injury. Maybe it was a hand. I can't remember. As he throws the bat down and that drops in, and we've got runners on the corner. 1 first and second and sorry, first and third. I just can't believe that swing. It literally was like just almost throwing the bat at it. His hand came off before he even made contact with the ball, but it was good enough to find a hole in front of the second or the center fielder, and Hanwha's got runners on first and third. So again, he can't go past 4 innings. Pitch number 69. So Hanwha putting on the pressure here. They were able to get out of the bases loaded issue, the first and second with nobody out at the bottom of the third. And is that enough to turn the tables? Cheon Sung now stepping in, walked and was caught stealing in his first at-bats. I don't think he runs fast enough, Kiwi. So Cheon Sung stepping in, walked in his first at-bats. Yesterday, big day, 3 for 4 with that solo shot and 2 singles. 3-game hitting streak currently going, and that's ball 1 at his shoe. And the umpire makes sure everybody knows that he's got a nice watch. I just always imagine cricket guys being like in super good shape. And the 1-0 swing and a miss, 1-1. So very important here because after Cheon Sung is a series of left-handed hitters. Bae Young-soo, the pitching coach for SSG, the former Samsung and Doosan and Hanwha pitcher. And the 1-1 pitch, ball 2 in the dirt, 2-1. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Upstairs, ball 3, 3-1. Big pitch coming up here for Oh Suk. So pitch number 74 coming up. Here comes the pitch, sets up right down the middle. And that is shot right to the center fielder. Picks it up, throws home, and not in time. Hanwha ties it up here in the top of the 4th. 1-1 on the sacrifice fly by the captain. Just gets enough. All right, that's gonna bring up Lee Do-yoon. Lee Do-yoon hitting .299 now on the season after his little soft liner to the second baseman in his first at-bats. The check over on An Ji-hong at first, easily back in. Han Jiong is a very big threat to steal. He has 2 stolen bases on the season. And way up high. I've got to think it's the catcher, after having to jump up to throw that or to catch that, he motions to him like, yeah, keep the ball down. Yeah, obviously that's where the strike comes from, sir. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch. And Oh Suk, a 4.97 ERA on the season now. He's gotten it down below 5. And that misses up and outs 2-0. So running into some issues here in the again the long break in between when he pitched in the 3rd inning and then when he came back out here in the 4th, even though they didn't score, it's still a huge thing, as that's going to be a 5-3 put out as he's on his horse down the line, but Chejong is able to cut that ball off in front of the shortstop and throw him out at first, and 2 away. So again, it's so often, and I don't know, like, I understand why, but again, he, that inning for SSG when they were hitting was a very, very long inning, and they didn't score. 2 walks, 2 full count walks, and it was just a long inning for him to sit, and then coming back out as that one off the umpire and foul. So 237 on the season for Moon Hyun Bin, as let's see, need to put down that he flew or popped up to the first baseman in his first at-bats, which was last inning, before Hanwha was able to put a couple runners on. And that misses outside 1-1. Yeah, Alan, I'm watching like directly on the TV, and I actually have a pretty slow cable connection for just regular lined cable. And the 1-1 pitch way up high, 2-1. Moon Hyun Bin, with runners in scoring position, is hitting 250, 11 hits, 14 RBIs on the young season, 1/3 of the way through. And fouls that one out of play, 2-2. We will set up for pitch number 82 on the day for Oh Suk to the number 7 hitter. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. 2 runs total in this game. Hanwha looking for their 2nd run of the game, and he sets up on the inside corner, and that's going to be a 6-3 putouts, and Hanwha gets 1 run across to tie the game at 1. And we will go to the bottom of the 4th, 1-1. There we go, Hanwha. Making me look like a freaking genius. Is Hanwha just following my... Are the teams just, like... Are they watching my preview and just doing what they have to do to make sure my previews are right? Or are my previews just that good? Whew. I guess the world will never know. Big time game in Incheon. So, quick update on the scores around the league. LG ends up with a 10-6 victory over NC. Kia is the first team to 30 wins. Or sorry, the takes over the first spot, and as they win 6-2. Lotte up 4-2 against Samsung, and that's in the top of the fifth. KT and Kume at the bottom of the fifth, and they are tied up. So, yeah, close games so far in this afternoon. The first few games were absolute blowouts. Nobody likes those, and nobody likes 2 o'clock games either. So, KBO, quit. Maybe. And that's first pitch swing, and that's going to be a 6-3 putouts. All right, next up is going to be Junjun J, Triple J, or Jit. I don't know how you want to call him, but singled in with a broken bat, single in the first at bats, and then was picked off, as that's pitch number 67 of the day for Yuhan Jin. It was in there for a strike, just like pitch number 67's should be, and that misses ball 1-1. Telling you, 67. It's the key to the game of baseball. Everybody wants low numbers. No. And that's a hanging curve that's fouled, but Peraza under it for outs number 2. The new hitting coach is perfectly fine. I have no problems with him as the hitting coach, and I would let him keep his job. Be maybe three coaching positions that I'd have to switch up. But we will need a coach in the second league. So Che Ji-hoon struck out swinging in his first at bats and looks at a 106 curve in there for a strike. All right, sounds good. I'll make sure that they have the applications in Korean and English, as that pitch on the outside corner is also a strike. Hitting 278 on the season. Against Hanwha coming into today's game, he's 400, 4 for 10. And that's going to be a single, 2-out single to right. And they've got a base runner again. So they've had base runners on every single inning so far in today's game. The 2-out single flips the lineup back over to the third time through. And very important here, this is usually when Yuhan Jin starts to struggle a bit. This third time through, he's had some success, but he's also had some issues, and those issues are often the second time through, as that first pitch in there for a strike with another 109 curveball. So in the fourth, opponents are hitting 326 against him. This is usually when they will start facing that second or the third time through, and that one misses 1-1. He has, again, pitched much better as of late. His last couple starts specifically. So his last start last Sunday, 55 innings, 80 pitches, 3 hits, no runs. And that misses down and away 2-1. The start before that was 6 innings, 110 pitches, gave up 2 runs. So the thing is after he gets a win, SSG win, where he gave up 2 runs, 1 earned. The next start was a 5-run disaster. Before he had a win, and then the following start was another rough disaster, as that ball 3 misses outside, 3-1. 2 walks last inning to go with the leadoff single, loaded the bases, but he was able to get the fly out. And that's going to be swing and a miss as he tried to hit a grand slam with only one runner on. And that makes it 3-2. Another full count, third full count of the day for Yu Hanjin, as the batter has to readjust everything after swinging out of his shoes. And the 3-2 sets up on the outside, the lefty versus lefty, and that's going to be a chopper to Moon Hyun-bin. Grabs it, throws to first. And the fifth inning is over for the SSG batting order. Welcome, O-Face. Welcome. So, Hanwha, once again, will be going into the fifth inning here. We will see if we have a new hitter, or sorry, a new pitcher. I don't believe they will have a new pitcher, but not sure that they shouldn't have a new pitcher. He did only throw 18 pitches that last inning, but it was a pretty eventful inning. I don't know, but what's the minimum bet? I can just wire you enough to get Hanwha to 80 wins, and you can bet against Hanwha. Get a little Otani deal going. I mean, yeah, they've been better since the hitting coach has changed, but other than that, I mean, they've got 4 good relievers in, but 4.5, I'll say. So if they can, get all of them on the same page, then they're a pretty good team. John Jin-hyuk will lead things off here in the 5th inning. Flew out to left in his first at-bats and looks. And ball 1. I want to say about 2 weeks ago. And in there for a strike. 1-1. John Jin-hyuk, 296 on the season, and then again had his fly balls, and that first pitch, the second ball there also misses. So John Jin-hyuk playing center field, again confusing, but has some great defense, and then now there's a chopper to first, and that's 1 away. Fielding it in front of him is Go Myung-jun. Yeah. The question is why did they promote the former hitting coach, who I said back when they first gave him a raise to the full-time hitting coach, why they did that, because he was awful, and why it took 2.5 years. So, but once again, what do I know? All right, Choi Jae-hoon, and that's in there for strike. When they fired Suguro, they kept the hitting coach, which didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense at all. Like, why would you keep the hitting coach who has been awful? My one concern, though, is obviously he was not a good hitting coach, but he's down in the second league now, coaching the upcoming players. As that misses upstairs 2-1. So, you had a guy that was not doing well in the second league. You send him down to the first league, and his replacement in the first league is doing much, much better. And swinging to his knees, fouls that one back, and it's 2-2. Yeah, that's exactly my thought process right there. All right, the 2-2 pitch number 91 on the day for 0-1 Suck. Again, not a guy that throws 100 pitches, but they're going to try it, and that's going to be a single in front of the right fielder. And little liner there, as that is his second single of the day, and he has 2/3 of Hanwha's hits on the day. So they will flip the lineup back around. Kim Tae-yeon will step in if they do not replace him. And there we go. Wow. Oh my lord. The manager for SSG must have been following my recommendations and not letting their pitcher go a third time through the lineup. Huh. But we got a pitching change, as we will have a new pitcher coming in. I will tell you who it is when it comes. But yeah, you know, you got a guy that isn't a shutdown pitcher, not a, you know, he's struggling a little bit, so you gotta take him out after the second time through the lineup. It wouldn't be surprising. Bae-young-soo was a highly sought after pitcher at one point, which is why Hanwha when he got him, and then the former manager just basically ran him into the ground. The same manager that a lot of people are wanting to come back. It's funny, like a lot of people want the old manager who couldn't do anything with a really expensive lineup of veterans, and they want him to come back and then think he's going to suddenly lead this team to a victory because he's coaching the reality TV show team, which is a bunch of former professionals playing against independent league teams, and the former professionals are winning. Gee, I wonder why. But we're back, and Chae Min-jun will be on the mound now for SSG. So the righty, number 67, ladies and gentlemen, 20 games, 1 win, 7.66 ERA, 0 holds, 333 batting average against, and the first pitch is almost in the face of Kim Tae-yeon. He says, "Get off my plate. That's mine." Yeah, very good. It might be on Netflix, actually. It's called Chaegang Monsters, or Monsters Baseball. The Shiny concert, as Kim Tae-yeon fouls that one. It goes down the line and just out of play. 1-1. Yeah, I haven't watched it, and honestly, I doubt they're gonna have English subtitles on anything. Dave, you need to start your own live stream from there, man. Are they? I wonder if I know they were advertising some big concert thingy like that, and the 1-1 inside, 2-1. Yeah, are they 30-something Daves, or do they look like they're 30-somethings? And that's a beautiful curveball in there for a strike. 2-2. right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Kim Tae-yeon looking for his first hit of the day. 304 on the season. 0 for 1 on the day. And that's chopped foul. As Ju Hyun-jin is over there. So season he's hitting 307, 5 home runs, 21. But as the number one hitter, he's hitting 326 with 4 of those home runs on 11 of his RBIs. A clean sweep. That's the name of the that's the name of it. Thank you, Nick. As the check over on Che Jae-eun, who is very, very famous for his abilities to steal. He has 0 attempts on the season. But what do we know? So Kim Tae-yeon, the 2-2 pitch. And ripped down the line as Jo Dong-wook is trying to protect Ryu Hyun-jin over there on the foul territory. That is one of the things that I cannot understand is the whole warming up in play, like warming up on the side of the field. Like how do these teams not have bullpens to warm up in? And another foul and a play by the starter from yesterday. As we've got another 2-2. Or is that? Yeah. That's not him. That's Wang Jun-seo. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. 1 out. And they said he went around, and that's going to be a strikeout, a big strikeout, as that is going to be 2 down. That's right, Alex. Yeah, so not all the leagues. There's some stadiums that have bullpens right next to the mound or right next to the dugouts. And so the pitchers go in there to warm up. I know Jamshil's one of them, but Peraza stepping in. And now batting on the left side. 2 strikeouts on the day is ball 1 low. Peraza looks at. Ooh! Whoa! Wow! That looked like a strike.
감사합니다.
Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, well, there's some stadiums that have bullpens that you can warm up in, and they have netting above. But yeah, most of the stadiums, I want to say seven or so. And that's swing and a miss, 2-1. I want to say the 6 or 7 of the stadiums of the 9 have no bullpen to warm up in. So they warm up in the foul territory, which is very high schoolish. And I do know Hanwha has like an indoor throwing area. Oh, here goes the 2-1 pitch and gets the bottom corner. That's almost the exact same pitch on the second ball. Just that's a beautiful place. I mean, that is getting about a third of the ball on the inside low corner, and E.G. Young tells him, throw it in the dirt, as he sets way up outside, and he reaches down, grabs it. That's going to be a chopper to second, picks it, throws, and that will be 3 away in the 5th. So Hanwha will go to the break at the best that they could be doing is tied. As we head to the bottom of the fifth, tied up 1-1. And Yu Hanjin will come back out for another inning. For the fifth inning, he will face the 2, 3, 4 hitters for the SSG Lander. Yeah. That neither pitcher will they will neither starting pitcher will factor into the decision today, and it will be a bullpen game, and SSG has the better positioned bullpen for today. I'm telling you, somebody's got to start sending NBC or KBS or SPO TV or SBS some emails telling them to get me my own show, get me my own English broadcast show. But we are back now, the bottom of the fifth coming up. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I'm trying. So, I don't know if you noticed, Kiwi. I don't know if you noticed that last picture that they showed of the stadium, though. That's not a current picture at all. That was literally saying Hanwha was getting ready to start the first inning, as the score was 0-0 in that. So Heredia will lead things off, swings at a pitch outside the zone, and that's going to be 0-1. So Heredia walked in his last at-bat, singled on a little bunt play in the first, came around to score. He is the one run for SSG. And here we go. And outside, 1-1. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. Pitch number 81 of the day, and that's fouled back to the screen, and that's going to be 1-2. No, she's there. I saw they had one. I got the tally going right here. Oh, over here. I got the tally going, as that's going to be a 5-3 putouts and one away. I got the sighting counter going. All right, Chejong, 264 on the season, 1 for 2 on the day with a RBI single and then infield fly in his last at bats. And that's going to be a chopper. Yu Hanjin over, scoops it up, throws up high, but 2 away. As Chejong grabs his hand, he did not run that out, did not go all the way down to first base. Definitely something happened. As pretty violent swing, as he hurt he's grabbing right here. And that will be a very, very, very big loss for SSG, as he's getting a massage down there in the dugouts now. First pitch in there for a strike. And Hanwha, 1 for 2, looks at ball 1. Struck out looking in his last at-bats and singled in his first at-bats. Very, very prominent strikeouts guy as looks at strike number 2. Again, 57 strikeouts on the season for him. And that's going to be strikeout number 2 on the day for him, and strikeout number 4 for Yuan Jin, as that will end the 5th and take us to the break. So I will see you guys in a couple minutes. Don't worry, Dave. It's coming. All right, we should be coming back here. Noshiwan will lead things off. Jo Byung-hyun out on the mound now for SSG, as my mouse is not moving. Jo Byung-hyun, 27 games, 2 wins, 1 loss, 4.38 ERA, 9 holds, 2.27 batting average against, 24 and 2/3 innings, 9 walks, and 25 strikeouts. Hope you got all that. So he did pitch yesterday, 1 inning, didn't give up any runs in the 9th. 12 pitches is what he threw yesterday. He did pitch yesterday, so that's the biggest thing. 1 inning yesterday, 12 pitches, didn't give up any runs. Third baseman Chae Jung is out, and Chae Young Mo will take over for him, as there's obviously some issues there. That is a huge loss for them. All right. On the mound again, just like yesterday, the righty will be facing the three righties for Hanwha. Noshiwan leading things off. And the score 1-1. We've got 6 innings to find a winner. 3 if it's quick. Up to 6 if it's not. He is the KBO all-time home run leader. And that first pitch is a ball. He is also the world hit by pitch leader by like 1,000, as that one misses ball 2. And the 2-0 pitch, that's ball, but he swings, second baseman grabs it, throws, and 1 away. And he is upset with himself for swinging at that pitch, as he knew as soon as he swung that was awful. No, 1,000 times more. More than seconds. I think Craig Biggio is in second. Yeah. It's something ridiculous. I don't know if it's 1,000, but Anjiong 1 for 2 on the day. So, and that's going to be a single just under the glove of the shortstop. And he is on base for the second straight at bats. So Craig Biggio has 285 hit by pitches. All right, Cheon Sung. No, I mean, I think he's 100 more. I think something like that. But it's like it's a lot. He's like not even close, and that's in there for a strike. 0-1. So I think Biggio is the highest for the MLB with like 286, 285 or something like that. And then Chaejong has like 380 or something like that. 350. Yeah, like it's ridiculous, honestly. But so the 0-1 pitch, and he spins that off, and that's going to be a diving stop by the left fielder. And Hanwha once again is the recipient of amazing defense. And that is a heartbreaker. A coming in, looked like it was going to drop, but the diving and sliding head first as he just gets the glove underneath it. A nice replay. Can't see anything because the giant thing that says replay, as Cheon Sung almost cost them, as they will review this. And again, the replay that they just showed was not visible because the sign on the bottom that says replay was literally covering the glove. Ooh. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough to see. Like And again, I like, how do they not have better cameras for this? Like, it did it hit the ground or not? Like, obviously, like once it hit his glove, it didn't hit the ground at all. But whether it's so difficult to see, and again, it's oh, if that is a single, then that's going to be runners on first and seconds. If not, there'll be 2 outs with a runner on first. And the important thing is the call on the field was an out. Slow it down. I think it's a catch. It's a very, very important call right here. Oh, they call him safe. That is huge. Absolutely huge. Wow. They didn't have a very good angle of it. They did not have a very good angle of it. Most Hanwha fans thought definitely over. So now they've got now he wants a call. So he wants a call. The umpire has to take his earphones off because the pitcher's warming up. So every time the pitcher throws a pitch to warm up, he's getting the call, the striker ball call in his head. So he's no, I don't know, man. It's a 1-1 game, but so now they're trying. Why is he get second base? Well, because they called him out, but he's saying he threw to seconds. Yeah, it's Alan. They're not arguing whether or not it skipped off the ground. What they're arguing is whether An Chi Hong gets second base, and so basically the umpire and the LG or SSG coach are he's trying to find out why he gets second base whenever the outfielder threw the ball to second base, and that's what they're arguing about. Uh so basically they gave him second base because they called him out, so he had to go back to first, but the outfielder threw to second, and he's saying, well, we threw to second, so he should be out. So this is going to be and I will say this crew chief often has issues. I am very well aware of who the crew chief is. So because again, he returned. Chan Sung is telling him to go to first, but he threw to second. So this again, this umpire crew is not known for their abilities to understand the rules. Yeah, but what he's saying is yeah, I he's saying he threw to second, so then he should be out. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend to know the exact rules on every single call, especially because the KBO is different than the MLB. But that's what he's arguing is after they said that he didn't make the catch, he threw back to second, and the guy returned to first. So it's not like I do not watch any MLB anymore. So the manager for SSG is automatically kicked out of the game, ejected, because he argued after a video review. So the SSG Landers will now be without their manager as it's an automatic ejection after appealing. And again, so he stepped on second right away. Yeah. Yeah, so after a review, you cannot argue. If you argue, that is an automatic ejection. He's asking for an explanation of why he gets second base whenever he should have been out at seconds. But anyway, Hanwha's got runners on first and second, and strike one into Ito Yoon. Yeah, can we? I think Hanwha would benefit if their manager got ejected. All right, so after all of that, Ito Yoon is going to be up and looks at strike two on the outside. That was an absolute mess. Yeah, Alan, he would have been out at seconds if if he wouldn't have caught, if he didn't think he was going to catch it, he would have been out at second, which is what the SSG manager was arguing. But wow, thank you KBO. Wee. All right, Ito Yoon, the 0-2 pitch, and doesn't chase the ball in the dirt, and that's going to be 1-2. Ryu Hyun-jin now has the distinction of having to come and pitch after all of this. So Hanwha again, first and seconds. An Jeong on second. Chae Sung on first. Ito Yoon up to bats. 1-2 counts. But I will explain more after this. And that's going to be strikeouts number one for him. So the biggest thing, and this is my thinking, again, what I try to offer people is Ryu Hyun-jin is now pitched in the top of the fifth. Okay. Then, pitched in the bottom of the fifth. And then they had the break. But now Hanwha has had two singles, the strikeouts. They're going to have a pinch hitter here for Moon Hyun Bin. Jae In Ho is going to pinch hit here. Cheono pinch hitting, but Ryu Jin is going to basically be 25 minutes between when he pitched in the 5th inning and whenever he pitched in when he pitches in the 6th, and that's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1. So at this point, Hanwha has to score here because you don't want your starter to go out there after sitting for 30 minutes without having any runs, and this is the same thing that Owan Sok had to deal with earlier. So here comes the 0-1. That's outside, and 1-1. Ryu Jin, what is he at? 78? No, 88 pitches. So again, he only threw 2 pitches or 10 pitches, and that's going to be chopped foul, 1-2. Yeah, but not much. But I think and again, Alan, I don't know all of the very specific, intricate rules, but I think because they called him outs, the out forced him back to first, and that was the thing. But I don't know. Yeah, all complicated by the yeah. So, and that's up high, 2-2. Oh, big situation here. You got runners on first and second, 2 outs, 2-2 counts. The top of the 6th here as Cheon-ho looking to put Hanwha up, and that's going to be way up high. Ball 3, 3-1 or 3-2, and a full count for his first at bat of the day. As he's hitting 252 on the season, but has not been hitting well as of late. Since the Kim Tae-yeon move to right, Peraza has had to play left, which means that he's kind of the odd man out. And swings through that one in the dirt, and that's going to be strikeouts and end the threats. And that, ladies and gentlemen, could have been the very biggest part of the game, as now Ryu Jin is going to have to come back out and pitch. He could hit, I guess, after not pitching for 30 minutes. It is the KBO, Alex, and everything that is great about the KBO. Everything that is great and everything that is awful. So at this point, we got a pretty close game here. Hanwha, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 walks. SSG, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 walks. So many people left on base. All right, well, we will go to the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 Lee Ji-young will lead things off for SSG. Ryu Jin has already thrown 88 pitches, so we will see how he fares today, as he has not fared well in the 6th inning so far this year. Again, 6th inning, opponents are hitting 304 against him. He has gone 6 innings in his last 2 starts ago against Samsung. 88 pitches in that 6 innings, gave up 0 runs. Today's run that he has given up has been earned because he was the one that's through. SSG is now up. Don La, I'm a black man living in a white man's world. Don, you are in the vertical stream. If you would like a little bit more talk and chatting, there's also a horizontal stream that has way more people in it. And the first pitch low, 106 on the gun, but misses the bottom of the zone, 1-0. So Lee Ji-young, 0 for 1 on the day with a awful looking suicide bunt thingy that ended up getting Chejong tagged out at home. And then Wang Young-mook into play second base, and that's 1-1. And the grounder, Noshiwan, fields it in foul territory, and 1-2. One thing I can't understand is why not have Wang Youngmoo pinch hit. Why are you having Chang-ho pinch hit? So now you've basically used a pinch hitter, and it was a left-handed pinch hitter. It just doesn't make much sense to me. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Way up high, 2-2, pitch number 92. Don, I need the Eagles to win no matter what, and that's going to be a single past the diving first baseman. And they've got another leadoff runner on. Can they get him in, though, is the real question. Okay, so just past the diving first baseman. And An Cheong's not the best first baseman on the team. Footwork-wise, he does make pretty good plays over there, as he is a natural second baseman. So E.G. Young is over there on first. He is a catcher, but he does own 4 stolen bases in 4 attempts. Ko Myung-jun is on, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Two away. Big double play there. What a catch by An Cheong. And this game is just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. So Ha Jae-hoon, the right fielder who was unable to make that catch earlier, is going to lead off. He struck out in his first at-bats and then grounded out to short. Looks at ball 1 on the outside. Okay. So average down to 263 on the season. But again, against Hanwha, has just been hitting extremely well as he looks at ball 2. I think that was the awful angle. Yeah, but offense helps too. All right, to the 2-0 pitch, and swings at ball 3, 2-1. Nah. And that's going to be a chopper. Lee Do-yoon, the throw. And I think they're going to review that. I think that was an awful throw by Lee Do-yoon as he gets punched in the head by Ryu Han-jin. And are they going to review it? They are going to review it, as Lee Do-yoon throws it extremely wild to first. An Ji-hong catches it, but has to dive back, tries to tag the base right as the batter was touching the base. Oh, yeah, he's out. Then Ryu Han-jin punches the shortstop in the head for making such a bad throw. If you think I'm joking, I am not. As that is going to be all over social media in about 3 seconds, I believe. Nick, you need to get You need to get your photoshopping skills into play and Photoshop Ryuhan Jin punching the manager in the head instead of Ito Yun. So Ryuhan Jin gets out of the leadoff single with a 6-4-3 double play and then a 6-3 putouts that was way out of line. That is 98 pitches, so 10 pitches and 10 pitches. We will see if he comes back. So Jang Jin-hyuk will lead things off. SSG will have a new pitcher, No Kyung-eun. He pitched in yesterday's game. So No Kyung-eun on the mound now for SSG. He did throw again yesterday. So we will see what he does today. 28 games, 4 wins, 3 losses, 284 batting average against, 13 holds, 226 batting average against, 284 ERA on the season. So top of the 7th here. First pitch to Jang Jin-hyuk is foul. Strike 1. Hanwha Jang Jin-hyuk, go out to Jang Jin-hyuk. And strike 2. Uh, 8-9-1 will be coming up, Alex. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, not anywhere close to hitting the ball. As that is the 3rd straight strikeouts for Hanwha. So, Ryuhan Jin, is he done for the day? And here comes the replay. And now, Ryuhan Jin punching him in the head. There we go. And Che Jae-hoon will be in the batter's box. Looks at ball 1. Ball 2. And that's down the middle for a strike. 2-1. Che Jae-hoon is 2 for 2 on the day with 2 strikes, average up to 286 on the day or on the season, and fouls that one off of his foot. And just like Nick predicted, he will have something way worse than that. And he attempts to walk that off. Just catches the edge of his little shin guard, his batting shin guard, between the edge of that and his calf muscle. And 0 chance that he won't stay in the game. All right. Well, did Dodger infielders make that bad of a throw before, Dave? All right, the 2-2 slaps at it, fielded by the first baseman, touches the bag, and that's 2 away. So Kim Tae-yeon will be up now with 2 outs. So Kim Tae-yeon 0 for 2 on the day. He had a walk back in the 3rd inning, average down to 301. Top of the 7th. But The KBO only plays 12, so there are ties, Don. And I don't know what that pitch was because they didn't show anything. Maybe ball. Okay. Literally, they just had the camera on the pitcher. That's it. And swings through that one. 1-1. Kim Tae-yeon. Again, huge 3-run shot yesterday. Has really been playing extremely well since taking over, or since actually getting playing time, like I said, 2 weeks ago. And the 1-1 in the dirt, 131 on the gun on that ball. No Kyung-in, 278 ERA versus the 301 hitter. So I believe Ryu Han-jin is done for the day with his 98 pitches, as has not shown him warming up. And that's upstairs. Ball 3, 3-1. So again, he did pitch yesterday. What did he throw yesterday? 24 pitches, 1 1/3 innings, as he swings through that, and that's going to be a full count, 3-2. So pitched 1.1 innings, 24 pitches yesterday. Gave up 1 home run, the solo shot, and that is a jack. And that's another home run, ladies and gentlemen, as he takes the lead on a shot by Kim Tae-yeon to left. And Hanwha takes the 2-1 lead on the 2 outs. Full count home run by Kim Tae-yeon. And it is 2-1. Peraza stepping in. Yesterday gave up a home run. Today gave up a home run. And Peraza looks at strike 1. And fouls that one away as he goes down to a knee once again. Yeah, I do live in Korea. That is almost the exact same spot that Chae In-sung hit his 2-run shot, or his solo shot yesterday. And that one misses way upstairs. 1-2 to Peraza. I've been here for over a decade, so. And way up high, 2-2. Oh, that is his 5th home run since moving to the leadoff spot in the order, as he has 6 now on the season. And Peraza, the 2-2, fouls that one out of play. Resets, gives the Hanwha fans a souvenir. So 3-run shot yesterday, a solo shot to take the lead here, giving Ryu Han-jin a possibility of the win, which would make me incorrect in saying that none of the starting pitchers are going to factor into the decision. And that's ball 3, another full count here. And popped up, given chase, third baseman, and drops in as the shortstop snuck up behind the third baseman. Third baseman dove out of the way. Peraza's up right now, little Mike. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are they going to score that in error? It is a foul, but it wasn't caught. Welcome, Myers. No problem. My first season as a season ticket holder in 2018, Hanwha made the playoffs the first time in 11 years. And swings through that one. Down on strikes for the third time today. 3 full counts for Peraza, 3 strikeouts for Peraza on those full counts. But Hanwha takes the lead on a Kim Tae-yeon solo shot to left field, as Hanwha now has to try to hold on to Myers, did you happen to watch my preview show by any chance? I do like the fact that Hanwha took the lead, but if you watched my preview show, I talked about one thing that I am very, very worried about in this situation, and that is the Hanwha bullpen. So they are bringing in Kim Bum-soo. So right now they're bringing in Kim Bum-soo, who pitched 1.1 innings yesterday, and I talked about this in the preview show. They shouldn't be bringing these pitchers in, but they are. So bringing in Kim Bum-soo here yesterday, or Kim Bum-soo. So I'm really worried about this. I'm not gonna lie, I am extremely worried about this. As you got guys that pitched yesterday, multiple innings yesterday, and yeah. So Kim Bum-soo pitched 1.2 innings yesterday, so he came in to help as Kim Gyu-yeon wasn't able to close out the third inning that he was out there to pitch. But he threw 26 pitches yesterday, only 12 of them for strikes. Yeah, I live in Korea. I'm actually a Hanwha Eagles season ticket holder, so I go to every home game. So Kim Bum-soo, 24 games, 5.91 ERA, 2 holds. But again, very big thing is he pitched yesterday. So I am very, very concerned about this very specific situation. Let's see how it goes. So first pitch outside for a ball. So I believe we have a pinch hitter here. They have their 8-9-1 hitters coming up. So fouls that one out of play, 1-1. So let's see. Kanjin Sung is the pinch hitter. Again, I talked about this. The 8-hole for them is very, very, very weak. So they will basically be pinch hitting any chance they get. They don't really have anybody. And that's going to be ripped into the stands in front of the cheer section and given some Hanwha fans some souvenirs. And that's 1-2. Kim Bum-soo does pitch much better against righties. I talk about this every single time he comes in, which is nearly every single game. Previous years he had
감사합니다.
감사합니다. Thank you, Myers. So yeah, he pitches much better against righties this season. Previous seasons he didn't. Righties are hitting 128. Kang Jin Sung does hit from the right side. So the 1-2 pitch coming up here. And that's going to be a single up the middle. And once again, they've got another base runner. They have had base runners in all the innings except for the 5th. That's what I like to hear, Alex. Except they're so bad. Why do both of the teams I follow have the worst managers in their leagues? Carlos Marmol. So, pinch runner here. Yachty. One of the greatest defensive catchers of all time. And fakes the bunt. All right, 1-0 on the counts. So let me get the updated. Chejunu is now on the base pass. And pulls the bat back, and that's 2-0. Choi Ji-hoon against left-handed hitters is hitting 190 on the season. Today he is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. All right, the 2-0 pitch. And the throw over to first. Not in time. So, again, yesterday, Kim Bum-soo pitched. Not only did he pitch, he didn't just pitch 1 inning. He pitched 26 pitches in 1.2 innings. That one's in there for a strike. 2-1. So, Choi Ji-hoon is 500 in his career against Kim Bum-soo. Doesn't seem like it seems fantastic, but that just means he's 1 for 2. So Kim Bum-soo, 5.91 ERA on the season, has 4 bunt hits on this season also. The 2-1 pitch, a check over to first, slides back in, and he is safe. No Shiwan in on the grass. Is known for his excellent bunt defense. Happy to help, man. Happy to help. And he throws the bat at the bunts, but that is strike 2, and he will no longer be bunting. So, reminder that SSG is sans their manager due to arguing or appealing after the replay. And unfortunately, Hanwha is with their manager. Both teams at a disadvantage. All right, the 2-2 and another check over at first. So once again, the 2-2 pitch coming up. He is difficult to double up. And that's going to be a chopper to the pitcher. Throws over to first and 1 away, but it'll move the runner up. So does the same thing, but in pitch form. And that's going to be 1 away. So SSG will now flip the lineup over, and they will have Pak Sung Han stepping in. He is 1 for 3 on the day, grounded out to third base to lead off the game and then grounded out to second in his last at-bat. And ball one outside. All right, here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that is line foul up against the nets. 1-1. Try to see what's yesterday's results were. Kim Bum-soo, if he faced Pak Sung-han yesterday at all. So yesterday he faced Kim Bum-soo and walked. In his this season, he's hitting .273 with 15 hits and 17 RBIs with the bases with runners in scoring position. Fouls that one away. It's 1-2. All right. Pitch number 13 of this inning as he steps off the back of the mound. Resets. Like one of my kindergarten students in the dugout. All right. The 1-2 pitch. And that's another foul out of play. Yes, the soothing sounds of the depressing state of Hanwha baseball. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Once again, pitch number 14. This at-bat is going ball. 2-2. So Pak Sung-han versus Kim Bum-soo is hitting .333 in his career. 1 for 3. No RBIs. I'm not going to describe what's on TV for you guys. Basically, cheerleaders humping the air. Welcome to Korea. And the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a 6-3 putouts number 2. A huge out again from Kim Bum-soo. Is that going to be it for him? And out comes the managers. Out comes the pitching coach. Are they going to talk about the... a little just discussion about Heredia. How are they going to pitch him? Do they want to pitch to him? So they have an open base at first. Do they want to pitch to him? Or do they want to let him go to first? Because, again, Chae Jung is injured and was taken out. So they have Chae Kyung Mo behind Heredia. So obviously what they probably are thinking is, yep, take your base. Now, the only thing with this is they just put the go-ahead run on space, which is something you usually try not to do. But in this situation, maybe. So they will have a pinch hitter here. Otegon will be pinch hitting. And this is the thing, is you could have pitched to Heredia and, you know, been careful with him. But now that you are walking him, now they're going to use a pinch hitter here. And yeah, so we've got some pinch hit. We got runners on first and second, 2 outs, pinch hitter, Otegon. Otegon as a pinch hitter this year is hitting 0-0-0-0-4-7. 211 on the season. And swings of the first pitch, fouls, that's 1, and that's 1-2, or 0-1. Let me change this up here. No, Otegon, a first baseman usually. Yeah, with the Giants, who knows? They're down 6-5 right now, though. Otegon, the 0-1 pitch, and swings through that's 1, 0-2. No, runners in scoring position. He's hitting 182 on the season. Mainly used as a pinch hitter at this point. Otegon is not young by any means. 44 games, but only 57 at bats. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Kim Bum-soo. Runners on first and second. Up 2-1 and bounces it in the dirt. Tries to get him to chase. Not a bad pitch there. Changes eye level. Would love to see him go up and in. The KBO is the most unpredictable thing in the game of sports. I'm 100% convinced. Okay, once again, we will reset 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Hanwha up 2-1. Pinch hitter Otegun. This is the first matchup between the two on the season. I don't have any career numbers. Sorry, I don't get that information. And bounces that one. Che Jae-hoon is able to block that. Keeps the runners at first and second. Big moves behind the plate from Che Jae-hoon, earning that paycheck in today's game. And wow. All right. Once again, the 2-2 pitch. The twos are crazy today. 2 outs, 2-2, runners on first and second. Hanwha 2-1. Pitch number 20 of the game for Kim Bum-soo. And misses outside. Ball 3. He wanted it, but it really wasn't that close. Che Jae-hoon trying to frame the robot umpire. You're gonna have to reprogram it, buddy. All right, here we go. Biggest pitch of the game right here. 3-2, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Pitch number 21, 2-1 Hanwha. And struck him out looking. Big time throw by Kim Bum-soo. Not even close. And Hanwha will go to the 8th. They're up 2-1. What a throw by Kim Bum-soo. He has earned a drink this evening of his choice from someone, not me. Huge throw. They still got 6 more outs to get, but that was a big one on the day. That's injury to Che Jung is coming back to be extremely big. Yeah. The only favorite to win in the KBO is the team you don't expect to win. Oh, scores around the league. Lotte and Samsung are in the bottom of the bottom of the eighth. Samsung up 6-5 against Lotte there. Other than that, KT has taken a 5-2 lead in the top of the ninth as Kiyoum tries to come back, 1 out, 1 runner on, and Byungsang Guan up for Kiyoum. Then you have this beautiful, beautiful game of baseball we call Hanwha baseball. Obviously 2-1 as you can see on your screen or hear in my voice. And we are going to the top of the eighth. No Shiwan leading things off for Hanwha. And Pak Min Ho is on 9 games, 6 wins, 84 ERA, 0 holds, 214 batting average against 10 2/3 innings, 3 walks. So Otegon will stay over at third base. And Pak Min Ho, first pitch, ball. Swings through that, 1-1. No shoe. Big swing from the catcher, Yu Gong Nam, tying that thing up. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch to No Shiwan. Outside, ball 2. No Shiwan with a double back in the 4th, and then fly out to left and a grounder to second, and looks at ball 3 on the inside. And ball 4, take your base, sir. Leadoff walks are always good if it's your team getting them. All right, here comes An Ji-hong. Let's see if they try to bunt. 262 on the season, 2 for 3, 2 singles, and a ground out to 6-3 ground outs. And looks at strike 1 on the inside corner. Always the over. All right, the 0-1 pitch. And that's line just foul. 0-2. Bunt with your cleanup hitter. Number 4 spot and you bunt. I mean, I've seen dumber things like bunting when you're down 3 runs. There you go, Shiz. And misses ball 1, 1-2. The Che Gang Hanwha chants going there in SSG land. One of the most famous cheers in the KBO. And that's another line shot up into the upper deck of this first deck there. And once again, 1-2. Oh, 1-2 pitch. Pitch number 10, Park Min-ho, 84 ERA, 0.84 ERA, not 84. Although 84 wouldn't be something I haven't seen before. An Ji-hong, 262 on the season after his 2 for 3 day so far. Sets up on the outside, way outside, 2-2. At one time, maybe here on YouTube, maybe 20 something. I'm not sure. Yeah, as that's defended foul into the dugouts for SSG. Yeah, maybe 20 something. I don't know. I don't always have the analytics up for it because I have so much going on between like the streaming parts and then the chatting part and then all of the names and stuff you see on the boards. I have to change all those, so I have all of those up on all the screens. Yeah, I think maybe 20 something, and that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play. The slowest 6-4-3 double play in the history of the game. Wow. Like, it's a sweeping stab, a toss, and I don't mean a throw. I mean literally just a toss behind him, and then the throw over to first gets him by 2 steps. All right, Cheon-sung, a single in his last at-bat, a walk, a stolen base, a sacrifice fly, and it looks at strike 1 on the outside corner. Giants took the lead. Even the KBO app doesn't have as quick as updates as you do, David. And Cheon-sung, that's going to be a liner to Heredia. 3 away. There, the KBO app finally updated, but we will head to the bottom of the 8th. Hanwha still hanging on to a lead. 2-1. Poof. Oh, Hanwha, never making it easy on us. Never making it easy. So they will have Hanyu Som, Lee Young, and Go Myung-jun coming in. Hanwha will obviously have a new pitcher. Who will that pitcher be? If it is Kim Bum-soo out again, you may hear things that you shouldn't hear. So if you have small children near you, please cover their ears if Kim Bum-soo comes back out for another inning. Okay. No problems. Iminu coming out. That means that they are expecting Ju Hyun-sung to come out and close the game if they continue to have the lead. So many things that are so scary to hear. So Iminu back out on as my buttons decided to stop working suddenly. So 25 games, 1 win, 2.42 ERA, 4 holds, 2.35 batting average against, 22 1/3 innings, 6 walks, and 23 strikeouts. For Iminu. Right next to the applications for new manager, Dave. All right. Hanyu Som will lead things off for SSG. So they will face the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Hanyu Som always able to put one in the seats in the outfield. 12 home runs on the season, 235. But also strikes out a lot. 1 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. SSG is a team that often hits homers, but they have not been. Probably shouldn't have said that. Sorry. And that's outside. Ball 1. 1-1. And up high, 2-1. Iminu did pitch yesterday. 2 straight games is usually difficult, but yesterday 12 pitches in 1 inning, 7 strikes, 2 strikeouts. So pitched well yesterday. You got to have him come out again today. And that is to right field, and he drops it in front of it. And that's going to be a leadoff double, as that defense that is very sketchy comes into play on the bad route running by the right fielder. As again, you got to have him in the lineup because you don't have a solid defense. You need his offense, but this is what happens. As he makes a very, very rough, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like he was running around it, like he was trying to circle the ball to catch it. I don't know if it is it. No, it's not nowhere near 5,000 views. It was at 4,000 the other day. All right, are they going to try this bunt situation again? E.G. Young, 297 on the season. Grounded out on a weird bunt in the first inning. Then walked and singled in his last 2 innings. Are they going to try to bunt instead of swinging the bat at the guy who pitched yesterday? They are going to try to bunt as he holds the bats. And throws the bat at it, and that's going to be a strike because, like, he should not, like, I don't understand, like, I'm glad that he's bunting. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm really glad that he's bunting. But that was an awful looking bunt. Like, that was really bad looking bunt. That was very, very, very bad looking bunt. So Imenu, 242 ERA versus 297 batting average. So you got a 297 guy, number 5 hitter, and he's 1 for 1 on sacrifice bunts, and there is another sacrifice bunts, as that's 1 away, but he has now put a runner over at third base. And that's going to be is that a 2? 2-4? And see who fielded that. Oh, An Chi-hong, 3-4 put out. So we got a runner on third. 1 out. Yeah, Alan, the problem is they need his bat in the lineup. So Gro Myung-jun will step in. He is 0 for 3 on the day, swinging at a first pitch that's in the dirt. Need a big strikeout here. Need a strikeout here. 0 for 3, a ground out to the first baseman, a fly out to right, and a 6-4-3 double play. That video might put you to sleep, O-Face. That is a soother right there. And that is a shot up against the netting and right field foul area. 0-2. All right, the 0-2 pitch. He is 0 for 3 in this season against Iminu. And that's 0 for 4 on the strikeout looking. That is 2 strikeout looking for SSG in huge spots. That is huge. Oh. And that's going to bring up Ha Jae-hoon. Ha Jae-hoon 0 for 3 on the day. The right fielder. And that misses ball 1. And the umpire wants to make sure that Imenu is able to see his watch from the pitcher's mound. He just came in, so he wanted to make sure that all of the players. So Ha Jae-hoon versus Imenu is hitting 500, 1 for 2 on the season. And that's a chopper. Noshiwan scoops it. The throw in time. What a huge, huge play by Noshiwan. Ranging to his right, grabs it, backhands, throws to first in time. And that might have just saved Hanwha. And we will go to the 9th. Hanwha up 2-1, hanging on for dear life. The leadoff double not coming around as they continue to just strand runners on. What a play. Not only that, Kim Tae-gyun 놀러와. Now you're Korean. What a play by Noshiwan. Kim Bong-soo with a huge outing there. Now Iminu, I expected him to come into the game. Huge there, getting out after the leadoff double by the poor defensive play. Hanwha is not. Ju Hyun-sung will have to pitch the bottom of the 9th. Really the only one who can pitch. Something like that, Alan. Alright, so we should be coming back for the 9th inning. We'll have Lee Do-gyun, Wang Young-mook, and John Jin-hyun on. So 못해요. 이거 영어 중계 방송이에요. 그래서 국제 친구 듣고 싶어요. All right, here we go. Lee Do-yoon leading things off. Top of the 9th. Hanwha up 2-1. Moon Sung-won, 19 games, 2 wins, 2.18 ERA, 0 holds, 203 batting average against 20 2/3 innings. And first pitch swinging, that's going to be lifted to center, back, and 1 away. Huge. All right, Mookie himself will make his way in. He is seeing his first pitch of the evening and looks at that pitch, and it is a strike. Hanwha really needs to get another run here, as that one's fouled up against the dugouts. 0-2. said 0-2. There we go. All right. Wang Yangmook versus Moon Sung Wan. Wang Yangmook is hitting 500, 1 for 2 with an RBI. But that's the old Wang Yangmook. He has not been pitching or hitting nearly as well ever since he was asked to bunt with down 3 runs. He has just not hit as he fouls that one out of play. Just really has just done nothing but struggle with the bat, you know, for a couple reasons. One is that he's not getting any at bats. Two, when he does get at bats, he's pinch hitting or he's, you know, just getting one at bat. So there's no rhythm for him. That's part of the issue with having so many players. You don't have a set lineup. But I imagine he will be starting tomorrow, as this is 2 games in a row. Moon Hyun-bin has struggled. But the 0-2 pitch, and that is slapped right to Heredia, who makes a half step back, 2 away. All right, here we go. Jang Jin-hyuk will be the last chance for Hanwha to add some runs to the board before the 9th. And that's going to be first pitch swinging, and he fields it as he's standing on first. And that is a quick 1, 2, 3, and we will go to the bottom of the 9th. As Juhyun Song, I imagine, will be coming in to once again try to close it out.
Three, two, one, let's go.
I do not know of any. I don't want that one. I want this one. I don't know of any. I believe Pena is eligible to come back tomorrow. He might be starting tomorrow. But, so Hanwha going to the... Why are you doing this? Bottom of the 9th. They're clinging to a 2-1 lead. I'm going to guess that Juhyun Song will be coming in for Hanwha. Yep, Juhyun Song has usually been lights out, but he pitched yesterday, did not pitch, was able to get out of the jam, bases loaded, struck out the last 2 yesterday, but does he have that same magic today? That's was a tough inning for him yesterday. 23 pitches yesterday. Asking him to come back in today. 2 hits and a walk yesterday. But they're going to go for it. 23 games, 3-1, 144 ERA, 5 saves, 209 batting average against, 25 strikeouts, 3 walks, and a minuscule whip of 0.88. So, again, Hanwha going with the same pitchers, Kim Bum-soo, Iminu, and Juhyun Song. Ryunjin, 6 innings, 7 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 earned run way back in the first inning. I do not believe he has any blown saves. He has had a couple rough outings in the 9th when he wasn't saving. But here goes nothing. The first pitch. It's going to be against not the guy that I have on the list. Do I have? Yep, same. Choi Jun-woo looks at ball 1. Oh, Choi Jun-woo, 267 on the season, looks at strike 1 right down the middle. And swings through that. 1 and 2. And swings through that, and that's out number 1. So only 10 home runs this month for SSG. That's second to last. In March and April they hit 39 home runs, which was first in the league. So they've given up 6 runs in this series to the home run, and they've hit 0 home runs. So they're getting runners on, but they're not able to score because they're not hitting the long ball. They're not able to string multiple hits together. Choi Ji-hoon in now, 1 for 3 with a single, and looks at strike 1 at the bottom of the zone, 1 and 1. Right where I picked him, Guinea. All right, here we go. The 1-1 pitch. And that's lifted into the gap between right and center. That's going to bounce up against the wall. Choi Ji-hoon has plenty of speed, and he is going to be in third as the triple puts the tying run at third. And now they have the top of the order up. As he's got a ton of speed, as he's the center fielder with 14 stolen bases on the season. And he is pumped. Yeah, they were winning, and then, they gave up the lead and then came back to win. All right, Park Sung-han. Looks at ball 1. All right, the 1-0 pitch sets up high, way up high, 2-0. No. All right, the 2-0 pitch misses, 3-0. Again, Heredia is on base, or is on deck. Obviously has a plenty of ability to single in the tying run if Park Sung-han is not able to. Park Sung-han, 268 with runners in scoring position. And that first in there for a strike. 3-1. Whew. Hanwha just never makes it easy. I wasn't real happy about him coming in. I understand why they brought him in, but a rough outing yesterday. Got the save, but 2 straights. And pitch number 12 coming up. Again, sets up high, and that's lifted. And that's going to be caught by Peraza. He's going to try to throw him out at home, and the play not in time. And they tie it up in the bottom of the 9th. Not yet. 맞아요. 짜증나. All right, Heredia steps in, hitting 383 on the season, 1 for 2 on the day with a single walk and an intentional walk. Trying to end the game there with a swing, 0-1. Sometimes I hate being right, but here we go. All right, here comes the 2-2 or the 0-1 pitch outside, 1-1. What did I say in the beginning? The two starters would not factor into the decision, and Hanwha's bullpen was a liability because of yesterday, and they shouldn't bring out the same guys. Welcome, Clifford. And the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to be chopped foul, 1-2. Sometimes I hate being right. He's swinging for the walk-off grand slam with nobody on base. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. And way up high. I live in Korea, so I'm watching it on TV. Live TV, sir. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. 2 outs, 2-2, 2-2, tie game. Heredia wears number 27, I believe. And that is a shot to the right fielder, and that's going to be out number 3, but they tie it up. And we will head to the bottom, or the 10th inning, as we finish the... Oh, I love Hanwha baseball. I love Hanwha baseball. You got Hanwha? Okay, sorry. You just need them to win. I would love for them to win. It goes as no game, is what it goes as, Dave. So basically, so Waylon, that's not a good thing for you. So they'd have to have a 2-run walk-off homer in the bottom of an inning, Waylon. So scores around the league, not looking good for Hanwha, as the home team LG beats NC 10-6, and then the home team Kia beats Busan 6-2. Then the home team Lotte beats Samsung 7-6, and then the home team KT beats Kium 5-2, and SSG is home. Never, David. So Clifford, Waylon, if you guys would like a little bit livelier chat, there is one in the horizontal if you want to be in there. Right, so you need a SSG 2-run walk-off. And Che Jae-hoon will lead things off. Looks at strike one at the bottom of the zone, and 0-1. Oh, Hanwha would have to win by 2. And that's ball 1. Hanwha would have to win by 2. Oh, then you're good. And that's ripped foul up against the netting. 1-2. What are you talking about, Dave? And that's going to be a chopper. The 5-3 putouts, one away. And so basically, SSG would have to hit a homer to walk off the game. But Dave, I have no idea what you're talking about. Hanwha is 5 games behind 6th place. So if Hanwha were to tie, they would still be in 8th. And Kim Tae-yeon now. He is the man that hit the 1-run shot to put Hanwha up way back in his last at bats. Looks at strike 1, 0-1. All right, here comes the 0-1. And that's going to be a single. And his 2nd hit of the day, 3rd time on base for him, as he is something does not feel right for him. I moved here just to spend a couple years here before moving on to another country, and I never left. I don't know. I live in Korea, so I have no idea where anybody outside of Korea can watch the game. Sorry, Waylon. So, Kim Tae-yeon seems to be hurt. I don't know if he's hurt or what, but there's going to be a pinch hitter here. The outfielder, I cannot remember his name. Lee Sang-hyuk. He is a very solid defender, so Peraza will have a chance to do something. Oh, Waylon, somebody said something about a DraftKings app. If that helps. They're the other chat room. And outside, ball 1. Lee Sang-hyuk on first for Kim Tae-yeon. A solid, again, good defender, much faster. So, all right. And another check over as he slides in 1-0. The last time they had a very close game like this and a pinch runner, an outfield pinch runner, he was picked off and sent home or sent down to the 2nd league in the last. Seems a little bit rough there, Dave. And swings through that's 1-1. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up on the inside, down by the knees. And the steal out. I don't know about that. I imagine that they're going to. I don't know if they have any reviews left. Safe. Maybe? Ooh. This one's close. There's not a good angle. I think he. Ooh. Yeah, that's It looked like he beat the throw, but his slide was so long. Did he get his arm? I think they might call him out. I think they're gonna say he's out. Again, the call on the field was out, so I would love him to be safe. If he's called out, is the Hanwha manager gonna get tossed? Please. Who's safe? Stolen base. Whoa. I believe that is his first career stolen base in the KBO. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch to Peraza, and that's bounced in the dirt. Doesn't go. That's ball 2. 2-2. What a game, Hanwha, as Peraza takes a big deep breath before stepping back into the box. Wipes the sweats, taps the plates, swings the bat around a couple times. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. 1 out, runner on second. Peraza looking for his first hit of the day. And that is strike 3 on the outside corner. The golden sombrero for the second batter in Hanwha's lineup for the second day in a row. As yesterday, Jang Jin-hyuk 4 strikeouts in the 2-hole, and today Peraza 4 strikeouts in the 2-hole again. Yeah. So they are going to intentionally walk No Shiwan, obviously reasons, and that will bring up An Chi-hong, Mr. 2-out RBI himself. I don't think they looked at the stats, but again, you don't want to pitch to No Shiwan either. So at this point, No Shiwan on base for the 3rd time, a double, walk, and now an intentional walk. An Chi-hong, who is 2 for 4 on the day with a 6-3 ground out, a 6-4-3 double play, and 2 singles. So we will once again reset for Hanwha baseball. Runner on first, runner on second, 2 outs, cleanup hitter up, and first pitch outside, ball 1, 1-0. Huge situation here, as SSG will have their 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. So the 1-0 pitch in there for a strike right down the middle. 145 on the gun. So 22 pitches now. Yeah, he's still playing first. So basically, him and Chan Sung switch back and forth between playing first and DHing. All right, the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be a single past the center fielder. That's going to bring on 1 run, and that's going to make a coming home 2 runs. 2 runs in the top of the 10th for Hanwha, and they take a to 2 lead on Mr. 2 out, 2 RBI himself, An Chi Hong. I told him, An Chi Hong, Mr. 2 out RBI himself. That is not over yet. Jaehyun Sung will now be in the batter's box. Looks at strike one. But Allen, their manager, was ejected innings ago. Yeah, I believe they post the highlights are on their YouTube channel, Shiz. All right, Jaehyun Sung skies that one to center field, under it, but 3 away. But Hanwha takes the 4-2 lead, and you guys are going to see the one thing that my broadcast can't do, and that is my broadcast does not have 10 innings. So I have to just throw the score in somewhere. So it's going in the first inning. So Hanwha takes the 2-run shot. The 2 outs, 2 RBI double by An Chi Hong puts Hanwha up 4-2, going into the bottom of the 10th. Now, the thing is who comes in to pitch for Hanwha, though? They're going to have Jaehyun Sung stay in. So, Jaehyun Sung will come back out for the 10th inning after blowing the save. And first pitch, ball 1. So, Otaegun struck out looking in his first at-bats. And swings through that one. 1-1. The 3-4-5 hitters for SSG is up. And misses 2-1. So their closer, the guy in right now, threw 25 pitches yesterday, 24 pitches, something like that yesterday. And did get the save, but came back out. He's already at pitch number 21 right there as Otaegun pops that one up. Peraza running in under it, and 2 hands. And a little shuffle. All right. 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's going to bring up Han Yu-sum who's 2 for 4 on the day with a double, a single, and 2 strikeouts. First pitch in there, strike. That second's run by Noshiwan going from first to home on the double is absolutely massive. As he swings at a pitch in the dirt, 0-2. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Huge situation coming up. Let's go ahead and get ready to push the strikeout button. And outside, ball 1. So pitch number 25 coming up for Ju Hyun Song. As again, yesterday he pitched 1 inning, but gave up 2 hits, a walk, through 23 hits, or 23 pitches in his save yesterday as they set up high, misses way up high, 2-2, evens the counts. Oh. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, this is his 4th game this week. And fouled out of play, 2-2. Yeah, I mean, so he's really only pitches maybe 2 games a week because Hanwha just doesn't win that much. So that's the bigger thing. That's what I was worried about yesterday when he came in, because he had already pitched twice, and so that was the 3rd time for the week, and now he's pitching for the 4th time, and yeah. And that's ripped, but foul into the corner. 0-2. Oh. All right. Well, here goes the 2-2 pitch. Once again, pitch number 28 of the day. And that's going to be a line shot to the second baseman. 2 away. Whew. I thought it was supposed to rain tomorrow. All right. E.G. Young, 297 on the season. He sacrificed in his last at-bats. Single, a walk, a attempted suicide squeeze, and fouls the first one. All right, here comes the 0-1. Way up high, swing and strike, 0-2 on pitch number 30 from the Hanwha closer, trying to earn his, I believe, 3rd win of the season. No, his 4th win of the season. And way up high again, 1-2. That's what I said, man. It looks like he's like getting ready to chop wood. It's like I'm looking at the pitcher, just for you guys at home. Like, this is how he stands, looking at the pitcher. And that's popped up. Noshiwan given chase under it, and that is going to be out number 3. As Hanwha is able to come away with a victory, and that is their 2nd win of the series. They ensure that they've got themselves a winning series. And what a roller coaster of a game for Hanwha. Wow. Just wow. I don't know what else to say besides just wow. Whew. Hanwha. You never make it easy. So Hanwha with the 10-inning victory takes the scoreboard is not correct, but Ryunjin gives up 1 run, 6 innings, 1 run. Does not factor in the decision. Just like I predicted, that neither pitcher would factor into the decision. And Hanwha takes the lead on a Kim Tae-yeon solo shot in the 7th, but gives up the lead in the bottom of the 9th on the sacrifice fly. But top of the 10th, a single, an intentional walk, and a 2-out, 2 RBI double by Mr. 2-out RBI himself, An Chi-hong, gives Hanwha the 4-2 lead, and they hold it as Ju Hyun-song pitches half a game between the last 2 games as the closer, throwing basically nearly 60 pitches. But Hanwha gets a win. That's their 2nd victory of the series. That means they've won both series this week and 4 games this week as they continue to hit and hit when it's important. Kim Bum-soo with a huge time out in coming in 1 inning, 21 pitches, 13 strikes, but able to keep the lead keep the game where it was. Iminu again came in, pitched well, 11 pitches, gets out of the inning. And then Ju Hyun-song, two innings, 32 pitches, gets the win, the blown save, but gets the win. And the stolen base, Lee Sang-hyuk, who came up a couple of days ago as Iwon-suk went down, and came up, steals 2nd base as he pinch runs for Kim Tae-yeon, steals the base, and that really is the difference in the game as he doesn't steal there. Hanwha ends up with 3 outs, but anyway, Hanwha wins. Thank goodness. Thank everybody for sticking around. I believe this is probably one of my very best streams as far as viewers. Thank you guys so much. It's way better when Hanwha wins. I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is a 2 p.m. game, Hanwha Standard Time. So I will see you guys then. Thank you so much.